Hey guys, how's it going? So I thought I would do an intro to this tutorial. I haven't done one in a long time, even though I'm not all done up. Whatever. Okay, so these are the nails that I did. They are my Easter themed nails. So they're all based on Easter egg designs. I basically just Googled Easter eggs and I found a bunch of designs and I tried to kind of recreate them, but I switched it up a little and whatever. So yeah, so these are the nails. Check the info bar for products that I used, where I purchased some things if they're not regular nail polishes or whatever. And the nail polish that I have in my other hand that you will see is Orly's Goth, which is black with silver sparkle polish. And then on top, I'm wearing a CoverGirl, not quite as pigmented version of Sally Hansen's Disco Ball. I'm wearing that on top. Okay, so yeah, hope you enjoyed the tutorial. Let's get started. I've already painted my nails their base color, and the colors that I've used on my nails is China Glaze's Bahamian Escape. I used OPI's Done Out In Deco. I used OPI's Melon of Troy. I used China Glaze Lemon Fizz. And I used China Glaze Refreshment. Oh, I just dinged a nail. Because some of these colors are a little brighter than I would like them to be, like that is a little too bright, and I don't know, they could all use a little bit of toning down, I think, to get more of that Easter pastel sort of color. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply a coat of Sally Hansen's whipped cream on top of this. It's a sheer sort of whitish color, sort of creamy color, and this is going to dull down the color and make them a little more pastel. So I'm just going to apply one coat of this on each of my nails and wait for that to dry, and then we'll move on to the next step. Okay, so I have let that dry a little bit. It's not completely dry, but it's dry enough for now. So I'm going to start with this pinky finger with the blue. I'm also going to be using, on pretty much most of my nails I think, the Rimmel White French Tip Pro. It's just a skinny brush, a white with a skinny brush like that. Just to give the colors a little bit of backing so that they pop really nicely off these pastel colors. So I'm going to be using this white first, and we're going to be creating two horizontal lines. And just make sure my finger's in the screen here. And one's going to be right around the moon area, and we want them to be a little curved. Okay, so we've got that one there. And we're going to do another one closer to the tip. Okay, and next, just above that lower line, I'm going to be doing some zigzags. Kind of think like Charlie Brown's t-shirt, those kind of lines. For lack of a better description, I guess. And I'm just going to actually start by doing the lines all in one direction first. And then I'm going to go back and connect them with the lines in the other direction. I'm just going to put in some dots. You can use a dotting tool, but I'm kind of too lazy right now, so. Okay, so that's it for this nail for now. I'm just going to let this white dry, and we're going to move on to the next nail. For this purple one, we're going to do a similar thing. We're not going to do just a stripe. We're actually going to do kind of the zigzag, one by the tip and one by the cuticle. So, but they're going to be a little more elongated. I'm going to start in the middle. We're going to do one down like this and meet it there, and do another one. Just like that. Okay, and we're going to do the same thing on the bottom, except the sort of like the little spikes are going to be going in the opposite direction. And we're going to have 2 of them again. Okay, so we're going to do one going down like that. Okay, and I think that's it for the snail for now. And moving on to the pink finger. Okay. I think I'm going to do a thicker horizontal stripe going across the nail by the cuticle. It's going to start thick and get thinner. It's going to be more of like a triangle, a really narrow triangle. And we're going to do the same thing again, a little lower, keeping the fat side on the same side. Okay, and one more stripe, moving the fat side to the other side of the nail. Okay, next we're moving on to the yellow. We're going to put one fat horizontal stripe in the middle. And we're going to make this one pretty even all the way through. I think we'll do 2 wavy lines. Yeah, let's do 2 wavy lines. One by the cuticle. I'm going to have to make these waves really teeny. And one by the tip. Okay, and moving on to our last finger. I'm actually going to have to adjust my camera, hang on. Okay, so when I do my thumbnail, I'm actually hanging my thumb off like the edge of my desk. Let's see if I can show you guys there. Because I don't know, it's easier if my thumb I find is like flat on a surface. So, what are we going to do with the green one? I think we'll try something a little more complex on the thumb. Okay, so I'm going to start by drawing 2 sort of, let's see, it's going to be like 2 shapes like this. Like that, going from like corner to corner, and then the same thing like that from the other corner. So, did I even get that on the screen? Yes, I did. Good. Starting at one corner, going all the way to the opposite. And you want them to start not at the corner, but like kind of like pass the corner, I guess, so that we have a little intersection here. Okay, and the same thing on the other side. Okay, so that's not exactly perfectly symmetrical, but I'm kind of okay with it. I think it's still pretty. So, okay, going back to the blue nail. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to outline, go over top of that white with my dark blue, which is dark blue by Art Deco. And I mean, the white part is pretty optional because I am putting dark colors on top of all of these light colors, but I feel like it'll just make it pop even more if it's got a good background for these colors to sit on. Okay. And I'm going to grab a mini dotting tool, and I'm going to be using this purple. This is Deep Purple by Sally Hansen Xtreme Wear. There we go. I hope my finger was on the camera for that shot. Okay, so I'm going to be just dotting over those white dots there with this purple. Okay, I'm going to be using one of my favorite bright pinks from LA Colors Art Deco. This is Poppin Pink. And I'm going to go over those two lines with this bright pink. I think I don't like how I covered up all the white, so I'm going to add a couple more white dots underneath this pink line. Alright, now it's bugging me that these aren't circles. So now I'm going to use my dotting tool. Okay, and I'm going to do another row underneath that other pink line, I think. Okay, so this nail is done. Next on to the purple one. And I think I'm gonna beef up that line that I made with the white before. I'm going to use LA Colors Art Deco in red. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to create little triangles underneath this zigzag. I'm going to leave a little bit of a gap. Actually, I'm going to create little diamonds. And that one's just going to be a triangle because it doesn't fit. And add the last triangle. Well, diamond triangle thing. Right in there. Okay, and I'm going to use a little bit of the Bahamian Escape. I'm going to do 3 dots in here. Three in here. And 3 above each of these guys. Okay, and this nail is finished. Moving on to the pink nail, I'm going to be using Lemon Fizz, and I'm going to be using a detail brush, or just a relatively fine brush. I'm going to be using this one by Deserres 3/0, and I just got this from my local art store. Alright, let's see. I'm going to cover this white stripe in the yellow, the lower one by the tip. Okay, and then I'm going to be using Twisted Pink by Hansen, and I'm going to be doing the top stripe in Twisted Pink. I'm actually going to add, am I going to add some dots on this one? Yeah, I will add a couple. I'm going to add some dots between each line. Next, we're moving on to the yellow nail. Holy crap, this tutorial's taken forever. So the middle stripe is going to be covered with this gold. This is Passion by China Glaze. And I'm going to do a couple, little handful of gold dots, so above and below the gold stripe. And we're going to leave those white lines as they are. Okay, holy crap, my lighting's awful. Sorry, guys. Last finger, dark green, and I'm using Emerald City by Sally Hansen. Okay, again using that same detailing brush. I'm going to fill in these areas with the green, just to kind of punch out the color a little, I think. Okay. I think the last thing I'm going to do for this one is add some yellow dots. I think yellow will be pretty here. Just add some yellow dots around these lines. Okay, so this is the final design for my Easter nails, I guess. I'm going to apply a top coat as usual. I'll be using Seche Vite. I would show you the bottle, but I don't know where it is. Oh, here. Alright, Seche Vite to make it last and make it shine. And that's it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Thank you so much for watching. Have a happy Easter and a safe long weekend. And I will see you in my next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.